Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Today, I want to talk about something which I see fairly consistently in terms of attracting leads versus nurturing leads. And they're two very different things. And in fact, when we look at and we talk to our guys, there's actually four key things within your business. The first thing is you've got to be able to resonate. So the story you tell, the person you are, the character you are, what you do in business, your mission, your vision, like all of those things have got to resonate with everyone around you. And then from there, you've got to attract, you've got to nurture, and you've got to deliver. I want to focus in on the attract versus nurture, because really most people get it wrong. They just see it as this one big thing. It's like marketing and sales. It's like, no, it's marketing, full stop, break, lots of space, sales. Two very different things. And attract and nurture are two very different things underneath the marketing umbrella. So before we dive into that, as always, if this is the first time you've joined us, welcome. Can't wait to be able to have you along for the ride. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, favorite podcast platform on YouTube, and follow us across our social media so you never miss an episode. Every single week, we want to be able to help you grow your business, get more clients, and make a bigger impact than what you currently are. So let's dive into this. And I'm going to set the scene by just simply going, what is attract, what is nurture, and then let's look at them as a whole. So attract is about bringing new people who have the pain point you solve into your audience. So let's break that down. What's your audience? Well, your audience should be your CRM, your customer relationship management system, where you collect the name and an email and phone number and data, and your social media platforms, where you can build relationships. So really your audience is a place where you get to build relationships with the people who have the pain point that you solve. So attract is about how do you bring those people into that audience. And for most people, they've got no real way to attract. So people come up with, lead magnets. Put up a lead magnet, and that will bring people to you who look at that lead magnet and go, oh, I would like that. The problem is most people's lead magnets are so wishy-washy and they're not really specific on what you do or the problem you solve that in the end, you get the wrong sorts of people. And we talk all the time around there is four types of people. There are what we call grey people. They don't have the pain point that you solve. They shouldn't be in your audience at all, full stop. Get rid of them. So a great example of this is on people's social media. They connect with people, just connecting with anybody, rather than connecting with the people who have the pain point and potentially could become your client. Okay? So they're the grey people. We want to be getting rid of the grey people. If they're not interested in what it is you do, then remove them because they're just taking up space. Then you've got red people. Red people have the pain point, but it's just not a priority for them right now. But obviously you want those people around because you want to keep deepening the relationship with those people. You want to keep nurturing those people. You want to keep building ties and bonds and trust with those people so that when they become then ready to buy, you're the logical choice. You've got yellow people. They've got the pain point. It is a priority. They've just got a few roadblocks, obstacles. It might take them a couple of months before they're ready to come back to you. Then you got green people. Ready, let's go. I want to see whether you can help me or not. So you got to understand that not every single person out there is ready to buy from you right now. So you're trying to attract red, yellow, green people, not grey people. So right now, like a great way to be able to attract people is run a masterclass, run a little Q&A, run a webinar, whatever title you want to give it. It's probably our number one way of attracting. So every single month we have a masterclass on something that we help our clients do. So for example, the next upcoming one is about masterclass on how to be able to how to be able to create 20 plus conversations and pick up 2 to 3 new clients off your LinkedIn platform. So the only people who are going to come to that are people who actually are interested and want to be able to learn how to do that. And if they want to learn how to do that, great, we can show them that, but then we can also show them how we can help them be able to do that. So it's one less thing that they've got to be able to do. So when you think about it like that, they're pretty good people that we want to attract into our audience. Okay? Some might be ready right now, green. Some might be ready in a few months, yellow. Some might be ready down the track, but it's of interest to them. They see it as a bit of a pain point. They see that right now they don't get clients off their LinkedIn, or they're not in many conversations on their LinkedIn, and they want to be, but they just got to find out a lot more information about it first. Red people. Anyone who doesn't use LinkedIn at all, anyone who is smashing it on LinkedIn, anyone who just doesn't give a hoot about being able to get new clients that way, they won't come. And that's the whole purpose, that the way you attract really segments and segregates the people who aren't interested at all. Okay, they just don't want your thing versus the people who are. Because in the end, they're the people you would need to be building your relationships with. So you have to be able to see you're attracting that way. So most of the time when I ask someone, hey, how do you attract people who actually have the pain point and are looking for a solution? How do you attract them into your business? And usually it's a bit of a pause, and it's a bit of a, not quite sure what you're talking about, look at your face. So if I asked you, how do you attract people into your business? So going to networking events, hoping you meet the right person, isn't attracting. Okay, it's going there to have conversations with people, and you might come across somebody, but it's not a consistent way of attracting. Right? Simply going and connecting with people on social media isn't attractive. If you are pinpoint, now there's campaigns that we run where we are so pinpoint on making sure that we get your person, then connecting on social media can become an attracting. But in the end, you don't know if they've got the pain point until you get into a conversation with them. So there's a couple of different steps in that one there. When you think of your attracting, you've got to be thinking about gray, red, yellow people. How am I getting red, yellow, green people? Red, yellow, green people. That's how you've got to be thinking. So we say you've got to have some sort of attraction tool. And whether that's a guide, whether that's a checklist, I think right now the most powerful is having a masterclass every single month. And then you've got a way of going, identifying these are my people who have the pain point and who are looking for a solution. That's the key. They're not looking for a solution, then in the end, bit of a waste of time. Okay? So let's move ourselves then. You've now attracted. So that means you've got a whole bunch of people now sitting in your CRM, across your social platforms, in your audience, as I call it. Okay? Picture you've got this bucket, and you've got all those people sitting there in that bucket. Well, some are ready, some aren't ready, some won't be ready for a long time. So if you just let them sit there and don't talk to them, or don't deepen your relationship with them, or don't build trust and bonds with them, and don't connect with them, then in the end, they disappear. You get forgotten. You're out of sight, out of mind. So nurturing becomes really important to make sure that the hard work you did to attract, you now have the ability to be able to nurture. So what's nurture? To me, nurture is simply this: me being able to build a deeper bond, connection, trust with you. If we go off the premise, and I think this is so 100% spot on, people buy, especially service businesses, people buy those that they know, like, trust, have a connection to, and resonate with. And that's why at the very start, you've got to make sure that you have the right sorts of people around you that resonate with you. Okay, people who are going to be airy-fairy and don't want results probably don't resonate with me, because I'm really results-driven. Okay? But then someone who else is really results driven and goes, hey, I just want to be able to win and I want to be able to make sure that this 100% happens, they do get along with me. So you're going to make sure that you understand the sorts of people you want around, and you talk like that, and you show that, and you make sure that people understand what you stand for. That's helping people be able to resonate with you. Okay? So when you resonate, that's what builds the trust and the bond and the connection, and that's what gets people being able to go, I wonder if that person can make my life better. In the end, that's the question they've got to ask themselves before they can actually do business with you. Can they make my life better? So you should be trying to answer that. Okay? So what do most people do? Okay? Most people might send out a newsletter. If all you do in your newsletter is just talk about you and your updates, and that's not making their life better. So you've got to keep asking in the nurture piece, how am I making their life better? And I think when you do that, you start coming up with different ways to be able to keep building your relationship with them. And that's how you've got to see it. Okay. The mistake that I reckon is out there right now is people go, I got a lead. Now let's sell the lead. So, no, can't think of anything worse to be able to have that way of thinking. Like if that's how you see a person, they're a lead, and you have to lead them to a sale, it's going to be hard work. When you see that you have attracted someone who has the pain point that you solve, so therefore they're interested, they're another human who's interested in what it is that you do. Now it's about deepening the relationship so that they can understand that you can make their life better. That's the whole premise of nurturing. Okay? So nurturing is not about just simply having pointless conversations or, hey, what's your favorite color, or etc. That's not what nurturing is. Nurturing is about making sure you ask yourself, how can I make your life better? And then finding ways to do that. I think when we have that way of thinking, our nurturing now comes to a different level. Nurturing is not about how many emails should I send out, or what's my sequence afterwards, or should I be posting on social media, or they're just vehicles to be able to nurture. The real question in your nurturing really comes down to what can I share or what can I do that actually makes my person's life better. And if you make enough make enough of your people's lives better, you're going to have a lot of clients for a very long time. So hopefully it's sort of given a bit of an insight. Attract is really about bringing new people who are red, yellow, green, they've got the pain point that you solve, into your world. If you don't do that every single day, who do you nurture? You've got no one to nurture. And then nurturing is about taking those people that you've attracted and deepening the relationship, deepening the bond, okay? Making sure that you make their life better. And that's what we should be doing. Hopefully it's been super helpful. The thing that we make sure that we get done with our Partnership Club tribe is that we make sure that they're in conversations. We build them a strategic partner network. We build them a prospect network. We engage with their wider networks so that they get more referrals, they get more opportunities to be able to attract the right sorts of people into their audience. And then we make sure that they can nurture them in a way that pops them to the other end as clients. Then it's about delivering in such a brain chemicalized limbic fashion that they never want to leave, that they want to be ranting, raving billboards for you forever. If you've got any questions, if there's anything in particular you'd like a bit of clarity around, make sure you shoot me an email, support@michaelgriffiths.com.au. Otherwise, until next time, take care, and I'll speak to you real soon. See you later, all.